Okay, welcome to Morning Move this lovely Wednesday morning. I'm Kiki, I'm with the TC Fit team, and we're going to do a morning move. We're going to be focusing on mobility, so we're going to have 8 exercises today, 1 minute each. We're going to start with about a 3-minute warm-up here, and let's get going. Okay, we're just going to start with some nice roll to stand, so join me. We're going to fold over our legs, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Stretching out at the bottom here, pedaling out your knees, and rolling back up to stand. Let's do a shoulder roll backwards here. And one more time, all the way down. Pedal out those feet. Bending one knee after another, and rolling slow and controlled all the way back up to the top. Shoulder rolls. And then let's do arms overhead. And coming back down, folding over, stretching out those legs. And rolling back up, shoulder rolls backwards. Awesome. We're gonna warm up our shoulders here first. And forward rolls. Those arms overhead. Grab and stretch one way. Other side, grabbing that hand, stretching your side body. Let's do some nice big arm circles backwards. And forwards. We're gonna start with some neck rolls here, finishing out our upper body warm up. Your ear comes to your shoulder. Rolling from side to side. Awesome. Let's go into some more dynamic warm-ups. So let's start with some forward kicks here. Slow and controlled. They don't have to be high. We're just getting our blood pumping down to our toes. Let's do one more each side. Nice. Then let's grab that knee in. External rotation out to the side. 20 seconds left before we get started with our first exercise. We're going to do a lateral lunge, warming up our inner thighs and our glutes. 10 seconds. Let's take some wrist circles. Awesome. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's start. Morning move. Lateral lunge here. My feet are pointed forward. I'm lunging from side to side. My hips are hinging a little bit. I'm using my glutes to stand back up as well as my inner thighs. Stretching out the inner thigh here. Taking this at your own pace. Option to not stay stationary in your feet. Stepping out to the side before you step back into the middle. Take whatever variation works for you. Ten seconds left. Just getting started, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna go into our next exercise, which is a hamstring scoop. So you're gonna kickstand your leg out in front of you, reaching, pressing down this back side of the leg to the floor, scooping under, arm circle backwards. Let's go. 1 minute on the clock. Switching sides, flexing that foot back up to meet your knee. Try not to lock out your leg here. Gentle press to meet the floor. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. You got 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, next exercise is a windmill. So my feet are going to be in a similar stance to that lateral lunge. I'm going to hinge at my hips, bending over, touching one of my toes, coming back up to stand. 3, 2, 1. Try to have a micro bend in those knees. We're not trying to lock that out. We're bringing some rotation into our spine. I want this to be slow and controlled. Keep breathing. Halfway done. Option to take a static stretch here, rolling out that wrist. Static stretch on the other side. Ten more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're gonna actually head down to the floor now. We're gonna do our world's greatest stretch. So, starting in a high plank or in tabletop, you're gonna come, reach that foot up for a runner's lunge, and then twist up here, and then come back to neutral, switching out. So, option here, tabletop, standing, that knee planted in the back as you twist, or option to be up in high plank, coming up for a runner's lunge with a straight leg in the back, propped up on those toes. Switching out. I want you to be pressing this hip into the floor, feeling a nice stretch in that front quad. Again, going at your own pace. We're still making this movement dynamic, so there is a pace to it. Less than 10. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Okay, we're staying on the floor for the next few exercises. Join me in a child's pose, and we're gonna flip forward to a cobra. 3, 2, 1. Child's pose, rocking forward, cobra. We want to get those back muscles activated in that cobra. It will be the opposite movement of a lot of our daily keyboard typing. Option here, we're gonna go from a down dog up into a cobra. You choose what variation works for you. Keep moving. 10 seconds left. Good job, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down to tabletop here, we are gonna do some thread the needles. So my arms are gonna come up here, reaching tall, arm circles here, and threading through. Time is on. 1 minute. Moving through this thread the needle option to open up a little bit more in that shoulder and grabbing your opposite thigh before you plant and untwist the opposite way. Up, roll out your wrist or shoulder, thread the needle through, grabbing the opposite leg. You feel a really nice stretch in your shoulder as you grab your opposite leg here. Plant that hand, rotate back. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's come to a seated position. We are gonna go into our 90-90 hip switch. So, I want your legs to create 90-degree angles here, and then we're gonna flip them and get some hip mobility in. Join me when you're ready. 1 minute is counting down. Option to add a fold over that knee. You should feel this in your hips here, trying to keep your sit bones in place as you're moving through. Option to just be here. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, you're in our last exercise of the day. We're gonna come into a rocking lunge here, back and forth. We're gonna do each side for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rocking forward, rocking back. Trying to get that knee actually over your toe. It's not something we talk about in some of our normal form of exercises. We're trying to get that mobility. Got 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching out. Other leg. Forward and straighten. Woo! Those 8 exercises went quick. Feel it really stretching the backside of your leg here and the hip. We got 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Switch out that leg. We're going to come into a tabletop position for our final cool down stretching here. Flip those toes. Reach your hips to the ceiling. And melt those heels into the floor. Downward facing dog. We were dynamically in this stretch earlier, so just allowing ourselves to feel the stretch here. Pressing through your wrists, through your shoulders. Trying to press the backside of your legs into the wall behind you. And then let's come into a high plank, and then we're gonna bring our right leg in between those two hands. And we're gonna do a pigeon pose here. Option to be on your elbows. Option to do a figure 4 stretch here too if this feels uncomfortable for you. Or grab a chair or something and do this pigeon pose, just elevate it a little bit. Take a deep breath in and out. Press back up onto those hands, flip your toe, come back into a high plank, and then we're gonna switch out for our other side for our pigeon pose here. This should feel really nice in those hips. We're all loosened up for the day. All loosened up for before the bird later. Okay, deep breath in and out. Before we switch out, let's come back to our knees and to our seat. We are going to have our fingers pointing towards our feet. We're gonna scoot our bottom forward a little bit and then gently, gently, gently bend those elbows for a nice shoulder stretch, a chest opener. Deep breath in and out. Try to stretch a little bit more, very gently. And come back up to seat. We are going to do our final stretch of today. We're going to do a butterfly pose, so feet are together in the front, and we're just going to fold over. You should feel this in your hips and your glutes, maybe into your low back. Keep breathing, deep breath in and out. And that was our mobility morning move today. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you at 11 for Burn Before the Bird. Whoop, whoop.